What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching Countdown to TF1. This is just a web series. We're talking about Transformers 1, the animated feature-length Cybertron prequel film. This is going to be really, really exciting. I just saw, or rather, we just saw the first trailer for it. Trailer number 1 came out last Thursday, and I did my reaction video for it. Hope you guys checked it out. Now I'm going to do a shot-for-shot screen cap analysis. We're going to check out every single shot. Well, maybe not every single one, but the ones that like highlighted shots. And TFW2005.com, of course, posted HD screen caps. And we're going to take a look at and I'm going to comment. I'm going to provide my commentary on what we're checking out, okay? So here we have Orion Pax and D-16, okay? It's not even called Megatron yet, it's D-16. And originally I was thinking, where did it come up with this number D-16? You got B-127, now you got D-16. I'd like to thank everybody who reminded me that D-16 was on the box of the Takara Megatron box, you know what I'm saying? So so back then they had numbers attached to them. So the Autobots weren't even called Autobots; they were called Cybertron, and the Decepticons were called Destrons, I believe, and that was D16. Megatron was D16, and we got Orion Pax right there, and it looks like they're in some kind of a detention room. Because they're confined to the space here, and they seem to be unhappy with each other. Here you get a side profile close-up shot of them, and my first thought is that they look very passive. You know, obviously this is a prequel where we're trying to understand who they are before they were Optimus Prime and Megatron, but they're two very passive citizens of Cybertron, because they don't look like leader-like at all. And then later on, this Bruticus-looking fellow comes out and says, hey, you guys are on garbage duty. Obviously, that's not Bruticus. Well, how do we really know? But it looks like Bruticus because it's got the face shield and the visor and the colors. I have a feeling that a lot of Cybertronians kind of look like this, okay? Next up, B-127, also known as Bumblebee. He comes into the room. Now, he's the one that I don't recognize the most. I only recognize them based on his colors because he's yellow and black. But then when he comes out, like, this is not the Bumblebee I really know, like in terms looks wise. You know what I'm saying? I could recognize Orion Pax right away. Obviously Megatron's Megatron, but the way they designed Bumblebee, it's definitely different for me, especially since we've seen what he looks like in a Cybertron mode in animated form. Next up, this is the shot where it says, before he was Optimus Prime, he was Orion Pax. Like, that's full-on Optimus Prime. Check that out. We got a Matrix in there, or a Spark, rather. And then, you know, Optimus Prime. Like, it's really defined as Optimus Prime. You got the smokestacks there. So, very, very cool. As you can see, they're exploring something. It looks like they're going into a cave. In the trailer, you see a shot of them going into the cave. This is the inside of it, because you see, like, these kind of teeth-like formations. So I wonder what they're exploring inside the cave. Something tells me that they wanted to explore the surface and they ended up here. So here is them on garbage duty, or doing some kind of a disciplinary labor. And here they were saying there's got to be more on the surface. And I'm looking at all the different bots. There's, like, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, I won't recognize anybody. These are like nameless Cybertronians. We're probably gonna meet some of them along the way, but none of them really stand out to me. Look at that. It says IA. That could be Iacon. I'm not sure. I'm just throwing that out there. Bumblebee's right there. So there's 3 of them. There's Megatron, D-16, Orion Pax, and Bumblebee, B-127. Next shot says, before he was Optimus Prime, he was Orion Pax. You see them wandering in the cave. RC, or Elita 1 rather, is next to them. Before he was Megatron, he was D-16. See, very, very passive looking, right? It doesn't look like he's very evil in this at all. And this is the Megatron we know. Look at the flames and the sparks in the background. It's a very menacing angle. He's got the glowing red eyes. That's Megatron. That's the one we know. Decepticon symbol. He discovers this later on, or he makes it himself. D-16 discovering a Decepticon, or maybe a former Decepticon, or a Decepticon that was long lost. So this is look. You even see the Decepticon logo on his shoulder. So it's all very curious. I wonder how it leads to him. Him becoming Megatron. He was D-16. Look at that giant Decepticon logo. Maybe that's Tarn or something like that. Right? That would be interesting if they bring in that lore. Is that the Nemesis? Look how many Cybertronians are in the back here. This could be an end shot where Megatron is leading a handful of Decepticons to get on board the Nemesis. It is purple after all, and purple is a Decepticon themed color. Now he's getting angry with Orion Pax. This is where they start disagreeing. It's like, hey, I don't agree with the direction you're going in. I think I want to do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that this is the beginning of Defiance. As friends, they were friends, but now they're starting to defy each other. Orion Pax is more on the path of righteousness. He's more on the path of like, hey, I feel like I want to rebel. The surface, it's so beautiful. You see the Cybertronian northern lights, if there is such a thing, but they're seeing the surface for the first time, and it's it's quite nice to them. They've been stuck on garbage duty for so long, and then you see this Cybertronian fauna, the wildlife of Cybertronian. It's very, very interesting. And here's them looking out there. This is a pretty cool shot. I like this. I recognize Elita 1 right away. Even if you didn't even tell me that Elita 1's going to be in it. When I first see this, I mean, they're not going to use RC. We know what RC looks like. She's got a more round head, right? It's more rounded off on the sides. This is definitely Elita 1. I like her design. Now, here's what I was talking about. They were entering some sort of cave, and I guess that's where they find the truth of who they really are, and the history of Decepticons, and maybe they give them their transforming abilities from an Alpha Trion, which they're going to meet later on. You see all 4 of them, and I'm pretty sure this is a shot where they're actually listening to Alphatron, because there he is. There's Alphatron, and he's got that he's got the Decepticon logo. He's holding on to it. It's like a version of the Decepticon logo, actually. And then he's going to give them all their abilities to transform in this. I keep on saying it's their spark, but their spark is their life force. So I wonder what this really is that they're giving them. But this is the origins of all that, because they weren't able to transform. They're just workers, right? Here's when they get all their powers, and it's happening. This is really happening. And of course, Megatron really likes that power. Optimus is like, this is his path to becoming a leader now. And then let's see what you can do. Now look, Megatron started building up that muscle. He's starting to look more like Megatron, especially in the chest area. They grow a little bit of bulkiness to them. You can see they're different now. Like they growing more muscle mass in Cybertronian form in their armor plating. Optimus getting ready to transform. He's looking for his head. It just kind of happens, And you're like, what? Where's B? This is a funny look. This is a very funny look. It reminds me of Shrek and Donkey. Bumblebee crashing into the ground because he can't figure out how to pop out his wheels. There's going to be a lot of comedic moments in this. Let's move on to this next shot here. Now we see a bunch of ships flying around. Now, there's some ships, as you can see, going one way and some ships going the other way. Maybe Megatron over here is witnessing a battle of some kind, and I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see the direction that they're going in terms of the story. Now, who is this? Look at this like crustacean-looking bot. He looks like a lobstercon of some sort. But there will be like not monsters, but like Cybertronians that won't look humanoid. They'll look more monster-like. So I'm really curious what these guys really are. Perhaps like they are Predacons or Monstercons or something entirely different. But it's pretty interesting to see that they have that. You see that circle in the middle, right? That you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Age of Extinction Galvatron. It's got a big circle in the middle. Obviously that's not Galvatron, but they took some inspiration from there. And then now, who is this Monstercon grabbing? This guy looks like a good guy and he's about to tear him apart. Okay, what's going on here? We see. Oh, I like this shot. This is when Elita 1 transforms, and then he starts kicking the ass of what appears to be what looks like a Viacon. You know, Viacons from Transformers Prime. As soon as I saw that, I was thinking Viacon. Okay, they got Viacons in this, which is pretty cool. I like the idea of Viacons. You know, these minions. You know, the design is very, very cool. And if you look over here, you see Seekers. You see Skywarp, Thundercracker. Who could that be? Blitzwing, Starscream. Is Starscream in there? But it looks like you see the Coneheads and the Seekers all about all in the shot. And this could be like them going through going to battle. And I think it's cool that we're gonna see those three guys. Look, is that Arachnid? Arachnid rather, or Black Arachnia, Black Arachnia rather. I don't know, but they're including characters like this, like spider characters. So that's it's very interesting to see what direction they're going in, because it's not just G1. Oh, this is the moment. This was such a brief moment, okay? Very, very brief, but you got freaking OG Decepticons here. You got fan favorites. You got the main trio that's, you know, outside of Megatron. You got Soundwave, Starscream, Shockwave standing in front of a throne, and something tells me this is going to be near the end of the film, where Megatron is building his legion, his team. He's building his army, and it's going to consist of these three right here. It's such great foreshadowing, because Starscream obviously wants the throne, but I think this is great. This is total fan service, and this is definitely, you know, a nod to the fans to have these three. You got to have this shot. I mean, you can't have a Cybertron film without including these guys. And look at this. This is Gold Viacon. I'm just going to call them Viacons for now. He's about to attack somebody. Oh, I already got that shot. Finally, we got B with Goldbug. I'm just going to call him Goldbug because, look, he's all gold. And he's about to slice this guy in half, or slice his head off. He's got a battle mass. He just discovered that. And then finally, we have him kind of, not really threatening, I guess kind of threatening these other Cybertronians. Like, you know, it was like, you guys be cool, all right? And that's it. That's it. That is the trailer one of Transformers 1. Something I'm really excited about. It's something that I'll be completely honest, I did not expect this style of animation. It's something new to me. I definitely was not expecting like the animation in the Cybertron sequence of Bumblebee. I definitely was not expecting that, because that's more like level of like, that's CG, but it's like live action, you know what I'm saying? That's like more like CG meant for live action, and they were giving us a live action film, so I knew that we weren't going to get that, even though that's what everybody wanted. That's like a full-on true CGI film. Like, this is totally opposite of that. This one's more fun, that one's more serious, right? So when I watch this, it feels like, okay, Pixar and Transformers kind of put together in one, and I'm totally open to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm most likely looking forward to it because I want to know the story. I want to know what their take on it is, because we've seen so many different tellings of this story, not in this much detail, like a feature-length films focused on that. But, you know, we've seen the seasons of G1. We've seen the Netflix series. So that was cool. I really like that. Now there's this, and I'm really looking forward to this, and something tells me that if this is good, they're going to have the next Transformers 1, the sequel to that. So what are you going to call it, Transformers 2? I have no idea, but Transformers 3? This is going to be so confusing. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Those are the screen caps for Transformers 1's Trailer 1. Thank you for TFW2005.com for providing them. And there you have it. Stay tuned for my next video. We're going to come up with some great content. There's going to be a new series that we're going to start up to anticipate the new film. All right. So today is April 23rd, and we are officially T-minus May, June, July, August. We are T-minus 4 months and 27 days from TF1. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.